Now I'm gonna say something really controversial, guys, all right? Video editing is the best business model to start for online money making in 2026. I decided about 4 years ago, I'm gonna stop playing video games for 16 hours a day. And instead, I'm gonna start video editing and I'm gonna start making some money online. Within 2 weeks from that decision, I had my first paying client. Within 6 months of making that decision, I was making $1,000 per month online consistently. And within 2 years of making that decision, I was making $12,000 per month online. And that was starting from absolutely zero. So now I'm gonna tell you why video editing is absolutely goated. The first reason is the speed to first payment. The reason why I told you about my journey, first and foremost, is because you'll notice I made that decision, I'm going to be a video editor. And within 2 weeks, I had my first payment coming in on PayPal. I want you to compare this with every other business model you could possibly think of making. Let's go with sales, for example. How do you get your first payment in sales? Well, first off, you have to join 16 different sales gurus courses and private networks and suck as much dick as humanly possible to try and meet the right person. Because sales is all about who the fuck you know and nothing else. So you either know the right guy, which is unlikely, or you probably end up paying between $10,000 to $20,000 just for one-to-one coaching or mentorships or networks. And you hope, you hope that you find the right person. You also have to learn sales very vigorously because it's a highly competitive market. Let me simplify this because I'm not gonna go into and break down how sales works, but you're not gonna see a penny of profit in sales for at least 9 months. 9 months. That is enough time to make a human child. And on top of that, you're probably also gonna be spending out of the ass trying to suck as much cock as possible to try and actually land a role. Video editing is very simple, guys. I'm gonna sit on my PC and go non-verbal and open up Premiere Pro, and I'm just gonna create something cool and see if someone will pay for it. And usually within 2 weeks of doing that, to a somewhat intelligent degree, you'll have someone who's willing to pay you some money for your skill set. 2 weeks, that is all it takes. Now the second reason is capital required, which actually also links back to my last point. You don't need to have any crazy upfront investments, right? If you're doing Amazon FBA, drop shipping, or any bullshit like that, you need to have capital upfront to actually invest into the business. If you wanna do sales, good fucking luck without, again, sucking off 16 different sales gurus who happen to know the right people or joining a bunch of networks. The only capital you need with video editing is very simply, you need to buy a laptop or a computer. And guess what? For me, I already had a computer. I was fucking sat there playing League of Legends on my computer 16 hours a day. All I did was I decided one day, I'm gonna stop spending my time playing League of Legends and I'm actually just gonna make videos instead. There was absolutely no other capital required to just starting video editing, which is really, really incredible. Anyone can get started on video editing at any time. The next reason is that you don't need an audience. How incredible is that? It's very difficult to build an audience who genuinely gives a fuck about you and what you have to say. You could be an absolute nobody right now. You could have no friend, much like how I did. I had no friends, no motion, no hoes, no personal brand. I didn't have a great presence on Instagram or anything like that. I started video editing and within 2 weeks I had my first paying client. You don't have to be in front of a camera. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be boisterous. You don't have to be fucking edgy. You don't have to sell your soul to the algorithm. You can be an introvert. You can just be a creative. Cool guy, start editing tomorrow. No need to be fucking dancing on TikTok like a clown. The next reason is that it's insanely difficult to replace with AI. You've probably noticed by now, there's been a real saturation with people just spamming AI stuff, right? And to be honest, I'm not worried about AI at all for really any industry. I have to be upfront about that. In terms of being replaced by AI, video editing is by far the hardest one to do because you really cannot replace that creative human element of the decision making. You can make it easier, right? You can lower the skill ceiling, but at the end of the day, there's always gonna have to be a human technician behind the scenes actually making the needle moving decisions. And funnily enough, it's that decision making mindset, which is actually the truly valuable part of being a solid video editor. It's not being able to do fancy animations and all of this bullshit. It is simply just the emotional intelligence of being able to make sound editorial decisions for your clients so they can actually reach their target audience and actually do what the video is intended, right? So in terms of future-proofing, video editing is by far the safest one there is. And the next reason, and this one people don't really think about too much, is that the level of competence that you bring to the job is genuinely visible. It's tangible. With things like sales, right? It's not a science. There's not a science to sales. There's not a science to video editing either, but you can tell, right? Even if you're not an editor, even if you're not like autistic and you kind of speak the video editor language in terms of like, oh yeah, keyframes and transitions and shit, you can watch something and someone can tell that's shit, right? That's shit. Maybe they won't be able to tell you why it's shit, but they can tell it's shit. And likewise, people can tell, even if they don't speak video editor language, that something's really good. Now with sales, you can't really say the same thing, right? With running an ad for your e-com store, you can't really say the same thing. You can't predict how people are gonna behave. There's a million and one different ways that you could deal with one scenario, or there's a million and one different ways that you could have angled that ad, or it's a lot more of a tangible skill where the proof of your competence is consistently visible, which means you're less likely to have your value questioned because it's right there in front of everyone's eyes, right? If I'm editing a video and then I give it to my client, here you go, client, enjoy. And my client's like, oh wow, Sam, that's amazing. I loved the experimental stuff you did at 2 minutes, do. And then he uploads the video and then in the comments, everyone's commenting, damn, this editor deserves a raise, this editor cooked, do. It's like, do you honestly think I'm gonna have a hard time when I enter a renegotiation, I ask for a bit more money? No. I'm not. Another reason is the genuine location and time freedom you gain. I keep going back to sales because I feel like sales is like probably the sexiest one that people push, which is also the biggest Trojan horse. Because I know a lot of sales guys, a lot of really good ones too, don't get me wrong, but I also know a lot of fucking unsuccessful ones who have wasted a fuck ton of their time. And you'd think that you have location and time freedom with something like sales, right? Like, oh yeah, you have your calendar and you just take calls whenever they're booked in. The problem is you're gonna be working within a time zone, right? So what I've found with a lot of guys doing sales, for example, out in Thailand, is they're having to work in an American time zone, which means they don't actually have time freedom at all. They have to wake up at ridiculous times and go to sleep at ridiculous times to actually keep up with their calendar, which is really, really disruptive to their lives. It's very difficult to have a healthy social life and look after your body while you're waking up and going to sleep at stupid o'clock because you have to talk with some bozos in America. Video editing is very simple. You get a video file, you edit the video file at your own pace or at whatever pace you've agreed with your client, and you send it whenever you want. Another reason, my God, is that it's recurring revenue by default. All you need really is to find one good client who has a good head on his shoulders, is very purposeful, really cares about his business, really cares about how he comes across on camera. If you do a video with him, guess what, man? There's a really, really high chance that at some point, he's probably going to want more videos, right? So by nature, all you have to do is find one client who's good, treats you well, pays you well, and you have almost a recurring reason for them to keep coming back to you and to keep using your services and your business built in. Because funnily enough, they're probably gonna need more videos. It is the easiest business model to land retainers, which means that you're not starting from zero every month. You're not hitting the 1st of July and thinking, shit, I'm at $0 per month right now. I have to grind again in the fucking trenches. You've got that retainer locked in. You're all good. You've got that security. So you can just keep pushing for more and more and more very easily. And one of the most slept on reasons, and it's honestly built into my business model, this has completely changed my life, is the amount of proximity you get to high level guys, like fucking operators, right? These are guys who are running your favorite personal brands. You're probably watching their YouTube videos, you're watching their Instagram reels. You get to work with them on a one-to-one basis on one of the most personal things for them, which is their projection of themselves onto the internet. People are very, very personal about how they are perceived on the internet. As their editor, you are essentially acting as their projectionist. You're the guy behind the scenes projecting the movie onto the screen for everyone to see. That is a very high value, highly important role. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to infiltrate circles of really high achieving guys. I've been invited to steak dinners and cigar nights in places like Dubai, Bangkok, Bali, around a bunch of guys who genuinely sometimes make times 100 what I make in a month. And the best part about that is, right, I don't even feel like an imposter in those rooms, right? Because all of them have this one thing in common, and that's content. Everyone's making content nowadays, and they automatically respect a guy like me who understands content at such a deep level and is also willing to work behind the scenes to make this shit work. You don't have to be the main character, guys. You don't have to be the guy in front of the camera to be successful in life. You really don't. I have an automatic level of mutual respect in these rooms with these guys who literally make way more than I do. You know, these are very, very accomplished men. And guess what happens for me when I'm in those rooms? I'm learning from the fucking best. And I'm learning for free as well. On a personal level, I'm able to build these relationships, I'm able to shake these hands, and now I have a fucking bulletproof network. Whatever I need, whether it's help with getting passports, if I'm traveling to a brand new country and I don't know anyone, I guarantee my network comes in clutch for all of that shit. It's all covered. And it does wonders for your self-esteem when you're able to mix with guys like this, shake their hands at a mutually respectful level, not as a fan, but as someone who belongs in that room. That really, really changed my life. Now, I've just listed a lot of positives with video editing, right? But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and lie to you guys by omission by not mentioning probably the biggest weakness video editing has. And this is the one which I think a lot of people talk about, and it's also the reason why a lot of people just freeze and don't start. They just sit there and think about what they're going to do. Like, oh, maybe I should video, oh, but, and then they sit and do fuck all for 6 months. And it's the one thing that a lot of these other models I've talked about in this video, they beat video editing on. And that is the ceiling to the amount of money you can make. Because truth be told, guys, as a video editor, your money is tied to the amount of time that you sit in front of your laptop with Premiere Pro open, editing a video. Now, of course, not everyone sat in front of their laptop is valued at the same. If you're a good video editor, you can multiply the amount of hours you're sat in front of your Premiere Pro times by your rate, which you're charging your client, which they're willing to pay because you're good at what you do. Things like e-com, you know, you can make sales while you're asleep. You can wake up and you have made some money. You can't edit while you sleep, guys. Now, it's that reason right there why a lot of guys, even though they would be fucking amazing video editors, they would be in their element, they would be getting paid to fucking be creative, they would be mixing with high-level guys, they would be traveling the world by now. If they'd made that decision a year ago to just start, they'd be literally in Thailand with their laptop right now, shaking hands with awesome guys. But it's that one reason that I just talked about. It's the reason why most guys just freeze, right? But they don't understand that that ceiling, right, that I just talked about, it's real for an editor, right? That is a real ceiling. But it's not real for the guy that editor becomes. Because truthfully, first of all, guys, I wouldn't worry about the fucking ceiling until you've actually reached it. First of all, if you're sat there watching this making $0 online or making $2,000 to $3,000 online, but you're not happy with what you're doing and you're selling your soul, why are you worried about the fucking ceiling? Reach the ceiling first. First of all, but second of all, the escape from that isn't more clients, it's not more hours, and it's also not creating some agency full of underpaid subcontractors. It is simply the transformation of being a video editor into becoming a right-hand man. Because, guys, that shift is fucking pivotal. And I'll tell you the truth. If I was an ordinary video editor and I was in those rooms with those multi-millionaires and I was just a video editor, I probably wouldn't have that level of mutual respect which I was talking about. That level of mutual respect actually comes from my ability to be a right-hand man. The right-hand man is the guy who runs the fucking machine from behind the scenes. They get paid for the results that the content produces rather than what they just deliver. They get paid to fucking think. They get paid to use their brain. They get paid to manage. They get paid to brainstorm. They get paid for the value that their brain literally brings into the business. And that, guys, is infinitely scalable. If you just continue to solve bigger and bigger problems as the right-hand man running the show from behind the scenes, you can make infinite money. Video editing is essentially a Trojan horse into that role. As a video editor, you're going to develop a very personal relationship with high-level clients. It is the perfect Trojan horse into actually transcending the video editor role into more of a right-hand man role. And this is what I did to scale my business to $12,000 a month. It's what I teach my 600 students inside of my program. And this is how, on average, my students earn ×3 the amount of your average video editor. It is that mental shift from carrying yourself like a button-pushing video editor into actually carrying yourself like a valuable right-hand man, which will completely change your life and make video editing infinitely scalable. And I have absolutely mastered how to do this inside of the right-hand blueprint. Not only do I teach you how to be an amazing video editor, which by the way still has an amazing ceiling. You can make up to $10,000 a month with just video editing alone. In fact, a lot of my students do this. But I also teach how to carry yourself like a business asset, building leverage so that when you enter those renegotiations, the price point isn't contested at all because you've proven how valuable you are to these businesses. This is why my students get paid while most of the video editors are fighting for scraps, because you can't fake being genuinely valuable. And that is what I make any one of my students who joins my academy infinitely valuable. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why video editing is the most slept on money-making business model of 2026 to excellence. If you want to get started with video editing, or if you're already video editing and you want to transcend that role, be a right-hand man, join a network of over 600 of the most creative, ambitious, talented young men, global network, by the way. Click the first link in the description and we can see if you're suitable for the program. And if you're not suitable, guys, I won't let you in the program. Check this out. This guy had an application call. My community manager literally said to him, respectfully, you're not suitable for the program. I don't think Sam can help you. For some reason, they still joined. I literally processed a refund for him because I don't want people in my program who I don't think I can help. I also don't want people in my network who I don't think are gonna align to the message of my academy, which is excellence. It is called the Academy of Excellence. We're excellent in everything we do. If that sounds like you, or if that's something you aspire to be like, check out the first link in the description right now. Fill out an application. Take care, boys.